continue talking, you now discover that I now discovered that he works in that lab. I'm like, Jesus, I come dinelue. Jesus, iberem dinalae. I was like, you see what God has done. Come and see what the Lord has done. How do they sing that song? Yes, that's the song I'm trying to sing. I got never hallelujah, Brooke. Hey, I got my hallelujah, para. Because of Jesus, every day na shakara they do. God, your business and mercies always they follow me. See, if I murder that song, please don't come for me. Don't throw me in the comment section. You know when you're very excited and some songs just come in. You know how we do it in church, especially if you're in choir, you're singing one song, you don't know it. That's when you oh man, say what the Lord and then you just do all it, but God understands. God is merciful. Hello Tisovalites, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're highly welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, Mbenewulu, and that is thank you so much in my native language, Ukwani. Okay, so guys, let me start off by reintroducing myself to those who do not know who I am. My name is Valeen and I am a graduate student at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, UAB, go Blazers, where I am, studying cybersecurity. So guys, I make educational videos centered around study abroad, as well as sharing my experience here in the United States of America as an international student. So that's why you need to join my family by, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications bell on so you're the first to get notified once I upload my content. Now guys, I'm not going to leave you alone until you do it. So we're going to give you time to do it while I spell my name. So V-A-L-E-E-N. Good job guys, thank you so much. So guys, let's move over to today's video. As the topic says, today's video I'm just going to be sharing my experience, how I got my first job in the United States of America as a graduate assistant. Guys, graduate assistant, no big beans. So guys, I uploaded a video earlier some weeks ago where I talked about my experience, how I, my first experience getting to the United States of America. You need to watch that video because I'll be making references to like that video, and I feel like that video is really very helpful too, especially to people who do not really if you've not been there and you're planning to come here. So guys, in that video I talked about how I met my professor. Like my first class, I met this professor. He was everything. He's the reason why I felt like I made the right choice to come to the United States of America. No joke. Because at the point when I got to the US, I was still skeptical about my course. I really wanted data science, but then my school wasn't offering data science at the time, and so they were offering cybersecurity, which was the closest to, cybersecurity was actually my second, option. So when they didn't have it, I felt like, oh good, and it was like the best course so far in the university, and I wanted something good, so I took the course, but I was still having doubts. I felt like maybe when I get here I was going to switch or change or something like that. But after that first class, while he was sharing his experiences and everything, in my mind I just said, I wasn't going, you remember that place, they said, I'll never let you go unless you bless me. That was my case that day. I just said, you see, Oga, in my mind, I'm not letting you go unless I meet with this professor. So in that moment, I was just waiting, class end. I want this class to end. I just wanted the class to end. I enjoyed his stories. See, I'm someone that really relates more when you tell me stories. I'm a people person. So basically, when he was just sharing his stories, how he started off, how, his journey from military to corporate world and then back to serve, and he told us the reason why he wanted to be a professor, because he wanted to raise more people in the field. He was just talking to me. I just felt like, yeah, you don't make me, let's leave that for another day. So after the class, I moved over to because what they do in the US, my school, I don't know if it's a thing, when the professor is done teaching, if you have any questions to ask, if you have anything, if you don't even understand the concept, you just see this queue, people in line waiting to speak to the professor, so you just take your spot. And so for me, I didn't even know that was a thing. I just saw people, and me, I knew I was going to, so I just figured that people wanted to talk to him. So I stayed in line, and when it got to my turn, I just went ahead to speak to him. I think, when he was talking about cybercrime and, the spike in cybercrime, he mentioned West Africa, Nigeria and stuff. I'm like, I'm a Nigerian, and I really wanted to be part of those people that would help, like, reduce or mitigate this Nigeria whatever involvement with cybercrime. And so I went over to meet him, and then I told him that, sir, this is me, my name is Valeen, I'm a new student here, I am from Nigeria, and I was impressed with your lecture, I enjoyed everything you said, I would love to work with you, I would love to, I really work. It's like I was just saying, I really, 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 you could tell from my soul, I was speaking from my soul, because that's how deep I connected with him. And so he was like, oh wow, he was impressed, and then he was sharing like some of his, one thing I also like about him is that he's a storyteller. He loves telling stories, and so he was now sharing more stories. I love stories, I love storytellers, and I'm a storyteller too. So I was listening, I was enjoying it, I was grabbing all that I could grab. He was sharing stories about what they were doing in his lab, the researches that were ongoing, and that they've even done like a research before into Nigeria, and they had a Nigerian in the lab, but the person had graduated. I think the person was like a guy, I don't think it was a girl, so that they might need another Nigerian in their team, but he wasn't sure because they were still trying to like figure out the contract and everything. So he was like I should keep in touch with him. I'm like, sir, I'm already keeping in touch with you, you don't need to tell me, do you understand? So when that class was over, I was just so excited, like not excited that I got a job at that point because I didn't get the job then, but excited that my spirit was rekindled, my passion, everything. In that moment, I knew that cybersecurity was what I wanted to do, and I wasn't ready to like, switch or swap or anything. So yeah, that was the first excitement. Then the second excitement was that if given the opportunity to work with this man, I was going to treasure it for the rest of my life. Like I was just praying, God, please help me. And at that time, I had spoken to a few people in church, and they were telling me like it was really hard for somebody to just come to the US or get into school and begin to get a job in your field. Like the only thing that you could get was like, all these normal jobs, like maybe a cook or maybe a cleaner or maybe any of those jobs, like, even someone that like works in a restaurant, like maybe the salesperson in a restaurant. I was ready to do any of the jobs. I mean, at the end of the day, I needed money. So, but in my mind before coming, I knew what I was praying for was like, God, I just don't want to do anything. I know at some point if it comes to that, yes, but God, I just wanted something in my field. But people were telling me that, even then, for you to even do that, you have to like spend one full semester for you to connect with your professors, for them to get to know you, for you to even know your way around and how to go around certain things. And so I was in my head, I was even thinking, like my target was at least after one semester, yes, that would happen, and then they were like, even some of that, you might even say the one semester it won't happen, after second semester it might happen. My ex-roommate at the time was even talking about like even herself, she's just volunteering and stuff like that. So I was ready to volunteer, I was ready to do menial jobs, I was ready to do any job, because here in the United States of America, any job you do really helps to boost your resume. Like, they don't look at if you're a cleaner or a cook or something. There are skills that you learn from being a salesperson. There are skills that you learn from being like, a cook. Because you attend to people. Customer service is very important. Technical support is very important. So those interpersonal skills that you build is also very key when you're trying to look for jobs, later on in life. So that was it for me. I went to classes. Whenever I had like this class, after class, I would go again to meet him. Like, Professor Sir, this is Valeen. I'll say again. I was just, initiating conversations upon conversations from one point to the other. Like, after class, guys, jot this one down. After class, I would go to him like, sir, you told me about, that there was this opportunity that was going to come, that you guys are working out something, this contract, what's going on, how is it, coming along. And guys, this is where the news came. And I know you guys are thinking maybe it's a good news. Guys, it's not good news though, because I now heard that they lost the contract. Yes, guys, they lost the contract. Like, it didn't pull through. But guys, when I heard that, in my spirit, I just was like, I'm not going to let this stop me from continuously reaching out to him. It didn't stop me, because most times when people hear like a no, or oh, it didn't work out, you just stop going, or you stop being friends. Then you never really wanted that thing to start with. So for somebody like me, I wasn't ready to like allow that to stop, because first of all, I already connected to his person, and I wanted to just get close to him, to learn from him. He knows so much, and there's so many things that I love about him. I'm going to maybe dedicate a video to share some of the things that I have learned from him, in this few period of time that I've spent with him. So guys, after that revelation or news from him, I still kept on reaching out to him. Like, every time we have a class, after class, I walk up to him and I talk to him. So then came one day, I now went to him. Guys, remember I got to the US 28th of December 2018. So 2019, I got to Birmingham 2nd of January 2019. So my first class, I think, was on the 6th of January. So I started talking to him from like the 2nd week of January up until the 1st week or 2nd week of February. So it was a 1-month period. I never relented. I was still reaching out to him. I was just, interested in what he was doing, like his work, his research, his lab. Guys, I'm not just talking about any lab. His lab is like, don't worry, I'm going to make a video. I'll seek his permission to see if he will allow me, take like, the lab is like, see, if you don't have a key pass, you can't get into that lab. Like, that lab is a secret lab where the baddest people in the school, like, forget, I don't mean bad as in bad, like, we're like the top tier people in the school. To get into that lab, it takes a lot. And so for you to even make it into that lab, we're highly rated. That's what I'm trying to say. We're highly rated. Yeah, your girl is highly rated, thanks to my professor. And so when I now reach out to him, like the second week of February, but early, like maybe Mondays or Tuesdays or so, and I'll talk to him again. Then he was like, okay, that he feels like there might be something, you understand? But he said I should come to the lab to see him. And now when he told me to come to the lab, I had already figured out that he's a very busy person. Like, from his conversation in class, when he will be talking about how he, law enforcement, what he does and stuff like that. So I'm like, this man is a very busy person. How will I even reach him? So when he asked me to come to the lab, I didn't even have a key pass. Like, I didn't even know how I was going to get there. So one of the classes that I was having, I met this guy, and we just started talking. For some reason, I just started showing him some of my YouTube videos that I did. Like my Mad and Lukwa videos. And so he saw those videos, like, you're from Nigeria and stuff like that, that they are looking for someone in his team. It seemed like he wanted to transfer from that team to another team. And when we continue talking, I now discovered that he works in that lab. I'm like, Jesus, I come dinelue. Jesus, ikperem dinalae. Jesus, I come dinelue. Jesus, ikperem dinalae. I was like, you see what God has done. Come and see what the Lord has done. How do they sing that song? That's the song I'm trying to sing. I got my hallelujah, bro. Hey, I got my hallelujah, para. Because of Jesus, every day na shakara they do. Double, every person naima they receive. God, your business and mercies always they follow me. See, if I murder that song, please don't come for me. Don't throw me in the comment section. You know when you're very excited and some songs just come in. You know how we do it in church, especially if you're in choir, you're singing one song, you don't know it. That's when you you just do all it, but God understands. God is merciful. So guys, so when I had that conversation with him, I'm like, yeah, he even asked me to come see him. I didn't have a key pass and stuff like that, so he was like, I shouldn't worry. It was actually his team that needed somebody, and it was his team that needed a Nigerian. Jesus Christ, Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, excess love. Hey, see, I know. Let's calm down. Let's be calming down. Be calming down. So finally, he was able to get me up to the lab, and then I met with him. So when I met with him, we just talked, and he was just showing me videos. No, he was showing me like on the screen the projects they were working on, and asked me if I was interested. Sir, Professor, sir, you are asking me if I'm interested. Like, how my name is interested. My name. It's like I did not mention that before. My middle name is interested. Valeen interested or say. What are you talking about? How can you be asking? I'm humbled and privileged. Guys, I know when I was doing the introduction, I made a mistake. My second name is interested. I just told him, sir, please. I've been interested since I was born, since day one. And so finally it was just like, okay, he didn't even ask me for my resume. I remember the time I was talking to people, they would tell me, have you gone to career center, go fix your resume, do this, do that. Thanks to all of them, because I did that. I went to the career center, I tried to build my resume. And guys, if you need me to like make a video about, how, to build your resume, change it from the Nigerian version to the United States version, let me know in the comment section and I'll make that video, because it's totally different. And so I'm thankful to those people. But what I'm saying is, God just opened the way for me, and I just got the job there and then, without even like an interview, without even like show me your resume first, nothing like that. But sometimes I think this is the first time that being in Nigeria really opened ways for me. Like, I never knew that, because most times when you come here as a Nigerian, you'll be even hiding like your name, your country, where you're from. Like, I'm not a Nigerian, do you understand? Because of the way they look at us. But it opened up like that door for me, and I'm thankful for it. I know that it's not just being because I'm a Nigerian. I know that he saw something in me, and I'm glad for life. Like, I'm so glad for life. He's one of the people that has that have made a very great impact in my life, and I'll forever be grateful to him. And so guys, that's how I started working there and became a graduate assistant, getting into the United States of America. So your baby girl, yeah, that happened to me. So guys, that's it. And this is like my extra tips or extra jara for this video, in case you are watching to this point. If you get to if you're studying abroad, if you intend to study abroad, don't be shy. Go out there. Don't feel like because you're a Nigerian or that people know. There are people that are looking for Nigerians. There are people that are looking for, especially my ability to speak Pidgin is actually one of the things that got me into the lab, just so you know. So there are things that we commonize, there are things that we don't take seriously. Learn a language is very important. All languages in Nigeria that you need to learn. There are so many countries interested in Nigeria right now. And so when you get to any school, just explore, be open, talk to people, submit resumes anywhere you can. Just be very open-minded, and especially with your professors, connect with them, because they are like, if there's anything that's going to happen, like jobs and stuff, they are the people that they are the first point of contact. So you need to like build a relationship with them, and build a relationship with people that you have passion, you have similar interests, you want to work with them, you want to learn from them. You need to be around such people. Even if they don't have opportunities, they will definitely refer you to other professors who have opportunities. So that's how it happened for me. So yeah, this is the video. I don't know, I don't want to keep talking more, because I want to make another video, and I think I'm already going into that area, and I just want to end this video here. So I just want to let you know that it's possible. It might not happen for for others, it might happen for you. People told me that maybe 3 months after a semester, you didn't have to wait till after a semester. You know, in my first month, I got the job, and I'm very grateful for that. So it can happen to you. But either way, start with something and, keep exploring. I know someone who started off like she was working in the dining. She was there until she became a teaching assistant. So you must start from somewhere. Don't begin to and I understand, because we are in Nigeria and your blood they hot. So our blood they hot. So I know that you not come here and then be acting like you don't need it. We need it. So guys, if this video was very helpful to you, kindly give me a thumbs up, subscribe please, because that will help grow my channel. Comment down below, and if there's any other video idea or anything that you want to ask of me, let me know in the comment section. And guys, this is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Till we see again, let love lead. And I love you guys so much. Bye guys.